Hello and welcome to Suxxesso in a Nutshell, our series of short videos highlighting the extensive functionalities and outstanding usability of our SAP test automation product, Suxxesso Tool Suite. In this video, I will demonstrate how easy it is to set up a test case, to edit this test case, and to insert additional steps to this test case. As you can see, we have already started an SAP session and we have also started Suxxesso Test Pilot, the main component of the Suxxesso tool suite for the setting up and modification of test cases. In order to start the test case, we must put Suxxesso Test Pilot in recording mode. For this demonstration, we will use transaction ME21N. As you can see, Test Pilot is recording all the steps that we have taken in SAP. This transaction is for the creation of purchase orders. Therefore, we need to define certain parameters, like the vendor, the purchasing organization, purchasing group, and company code. Of course, we also need to define the material which we need. Let's say in this case this is this one, the quantity that we need, and the plant where it is needed. This is the information about the transaction in SAP. However, if we decide to verify that we have entered the exact quantity, we can do that by inserting a new step in Test Pilot and choosing the command verify field. And this is the field with the quantity which we need to verify it. As you can see, we have a verification step in Test Pilot. However, while we were doing it, we noticed that maybe we have entered the wrong material and we have to change the material. It is easy to do that in Test Pilot, but first we need to exit recording mode and go back to the step where we defined the material. This is this step number 12. We click on the edit button and we directly change the code for this material in this step. As you can see, we have the step already with the new material. Let's say, however, that we do not want only to check the correct quantity here, but we want to check the field, whether the field is ready for accepting new numbers and so on and so on, the properties of the field, so to say. This is also easy to do by going to editing this step and editing the properties of this step. For instance, changing the property from text to changeable. We click on apply and we expect here the value false. And we click on apply again and we have modified this step. However, we have not yet carried out the transaction in SAP. In order to do that and continue our test case, we resume recording and we click on the save button in SAP, which actually executes the transaction. The transaction has been executed and we get a message from SAP that a purchase order has been created with this number. However, for the purposes of further automation of our test case, we need to verify this message. And this is again easily done by inserting a new step in Test Pilot, clicking on Insert New Step and choosing the command verify message. And we get here another step with the information about this message and the technical code from SAP which tells us that the transaction has run correctly. With this, our test case is concluded and we can exit recording mode. If we want to check if we have set up the test case correctly, we can rerun it by clicking on the Replay Test Case button. When we click on it, however, we get a pop-up from TestPilot telling us that we need to open Transaction Session Manager in order to return to the initial clean state of SAP. That can be done by clicking on this button, but I want to show you how easy it is to automate also this so that you do not get any more this pop-up. We will do so by closing the pop-up by clicking Cancel and going to the very first step in this case, test case, where we defined the transaction. Clicking on Editing and choosing Open Transaction Session Manager automates the process and we should not get the pop-up anymore. Let's see what happens if we click on Replay. As you can see, TestPilot is rerunning the test case without any further issues. And we get at the end the message, replay has been successful. That means the test case has been set up correctly and everything is running properly. With this, our demonstration is concluded, and I hope this video has managed to convey not only the rich functionalities but also the excellent usability of Suxxesso tool suite. Usability which makes it possible for process owners and even individual users to set up very easily their own test cases and scenarios without the employment of outside experts, and freeing the company IT SAP teams for dealing with more important tasks. Thank you for your time and attention, and please check regularly for other videos in this series.